worst part was getting my visa.
I went to the embassy the next day. I was shaking.
Mahdi.
After our breakup, my parents went back to Iran.
It was my dream to walk in there, in the US embassy.
Sad.
We didn't know what we were doing in our relationship.
I was shaking so much they couldn't get my fingerprint. The officer was actually really nice, and he said, what's the big deal about America anyway?
3 months, I didn't talk with anyone. I didn't meet anyone. I stayed at home.
I told him, you're American, you wouldn't understand.
In the embassy, they gave me yellow paper for FBI check.
After 3 months, I decided to get it together, get my visa to go to England, and I was gonna work things out.
He said, okay, your visa will be ready in a day. I said, are you sure? He said, yeah. I said, can I leave now? He said, yeah, get out of here. I got my visa.
What? So I checked my email 100 times a day for results. I did the exact same things every single day for results. I reserved tickets every day. I managed the bank account. I checked the dollar rate. I emailed the school and the embassy. The school and the embassy weren't answering any of my emails. My school started, but I didn't have the visa yet. My family, my father, my school, my visa, $150, $800 to month, $900 to month, $4,000 to month. The school wasn't answering any of my emails. They emailed me. My visa was ready. I found someone to take my passport to Dubai. I called her 1,000 times. She finally came back. She came back on April 13th. I got my passport. My flight was the very next day on April 14th to America. On April 14th, I came here. I left Mahdi.
This goddamn migration happened really early in my family. My brother, my sister, later on it was all my friends. I wanted to go to it first, but not anymore. Now I just want to stay. I'm sure I'd like to go somewhere for a while to study, but not for living. Here in Iran, یه پلشتی خاص خودشو داره. It has its own shitty charms that I've grown attached to. Like when you go to a restaurant, none of the employees give a shit about you, and I just laugh at them. I'm like, well, that's how it is, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm young and I don't really care about these things, but I like it the way it is. I'm still at home. I speak in my own language. Besides, to be honest, I don't really have a dream that requires me to leave Iran. I mean, if I want to study, I'll pick a place on the map and go there for a while. But what really is bothering me, that's everyone's leaving. 90% of my friends are gone. They left me here, alone. And I just hate it. Look around, you know what you see? You know what you see? Nobody. They left me here. I mean, how can you make those kind of bonds and connections again?
2 days after that, I came here. In the airplane, the lady was like, welcome to Los Angeles Airport. And I was so happy, so excited. I was finally here. So happy. But after a while, I wasn't anymore. It wasn't like my dreams here. Life is really hard. I mean, I got used to it, but sometimes I think, was this my biggest dream? I mean, I went through so much trouble, financial difficulty to get here For what, to work 24/7? For surviving? Sometimes I think, is this it?
She married 4 months after that. She told me she was in a relationship when I had my visa in my hand. I stayed up for 48 hours. I don't even remember what wall I was staring at. I was finally struggling with my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare? To die like Hossein Panahi, alone, and have no one find me.
This was a start. I had to look for the PhD program that I really loved. And I went into a relationship with Saeed, which was the plan. I didn't love him. I loved, you can't love two people at the same time. This is really private, but in my most private moments with Saeed, I thought about Mahdi. Everyone expected me to be happy. My family, my friends, Saeed, myself. I expected myself to be happy. But I was unhappy. I was tired. I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, I was in 5th grade when my brother left Iran, and then I saw him again, 10 years later. He wasn't brother to me anymore, not even an acquaintance. Acquaintance, that's a funny word. He wasn't there for me when I needed him the most. When I saw him again after so many years, it was uneasy, it was awkward between us, and it still is. For my sister, she left a few years ago too. It's hysterical, all the children. She has 2 beautiful children that I've never seen. I've never developed any emotions for them. I don't even consider myself an uncle. I can deal with their absence, but what really bothered me was when my friends left me, when Taryn left me.
I asked myself 100 times, if I get my PhD in engineering management right now, would I be happy?
If I wasn't going to be someone successful in Iran, at least I was happy. I will always regret leaving Iran.
The answer was no.
It's so hard. It's so hard. I miss him so much. I can't even talk to my best friend right now.
Sometimes I feel happy because I came a long way. I gave up a lot of things. I'm much stronger now. But sometimes I think, is it worth it? I mean, it's my life
going by.
I don't even know what Taryn and I are anymore. We talk every day for a few days, and I just can't take it anymore.
I always talk about inertia. Inertia is the principle that things like to stay in their current situation. They don't want to change unless you force them. Like me, and all the difficulties that I had to face and all the hardships that I had to deal with. I didn't want to change. I was finally starting to live like a normal person. Finally. I couldn't get into a relationship. I was scared. I was scared to start over. It's funny though, because I was always scared to be alone, and now I'm too scared to be in a relationship. I used to believe in love. I don't anymore, unfortunately.
I was here with a tourist visa. After those 6 months were over, I talked to a lawyer and he told me the best way to stay was to apply for a refugee visa. He told me I couldn't go back to Iran anymore, and I accepted that. I converted from Islam to Christianity, but after 4 months of hell, it didn't work out.
I broke up with Saeed. I couldn't lie to myself and him anymore. coming here taught me at least one thing. And I realized that coming here and achieving my big dream was not the requirement for me to be happy. I was supposed to be happy today, which I'm not. The only thing that's making me smile today is that I'm going back to Iran in 4 months.
After a while, I met my husband. We started going out, and after like 10 days, I asked him, "Hey, do you want to marry me? Because I'm gonna have to go back to Iran if you don't." We weren't even in a relationship, but I said, "Okay."
There's certain people that you want to hold on into your life and keep them as your friends, but with long distance, it doesn't really work out. I don't know what to do. I guess I'll just go around and find whoever's available, keep myself occupied. Taryn and I talk every single day, but when I think about it, not having any sign of them, in my life is much easier than talking to them every single day, being reminded that I'm alone and they left me. Ghaheri Ghaheri.
I ended up studying in the school that I got admission from. Not in the field that I love, but coming here and achieving my big dream had a lot of cost for my family and I. I myself struggled a lot to get here, so I have to go on.
Why did I leave Iran? Why did I leave Iran? Why didn't I try harder? Why didn't I do my best? I know I could have done something. Just, there are no actions behind my words. I'm just a talker. I'm not a doer.
We got married the next day, and I was so happy on my wedding day. I was so happy when the green card came to the door, and that's it.
I really want to go back to Iran. I didn't know what a life I had there. But you know what? If I had stayed there, I would have been unhappy that I couldn't make it here. Now that I made it here, I'm still unhappy.
If I could go back in time, would I do it again? No, I wouldn't do it anymore. It was a wrong decision. I was happy in Iran. I believed in love. I don't believe in love anymore. It makes me sad.
I'm working really hard, and I know it's only the beginning. I'm not happy. I feel like I've lost something. But I'm hanging in there.
I like this city. I like it here. I like the people. I like what I'm doing. But I feel like I'm making a difference. What I'm doing is valuable. Here. For the people. This country. Why would I do anywhere else? I have adapted myself to my situation. And I'm content.